Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Your boy Peanut here. I know a lot of people, they always say, wow, why you ain't doing stream? Yeah, sometimes I just don't want to do it, alright? Okay? I'm fucking happy. But basically, you know, this is where we are. We're in a strange point of time. I think everyone is aware of, like, there's something wrong. I know what the problem is. I know the answer to it. I keep saying it, but, like, no one cares. No one ever, like, listens to me. I'm not the insano. But, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Madness. It's another hot one, unfortunately. It's good. It's like 29. It's not too bad. I've basically learned now what to do. I've learned kind of like the procedure. I like barely even turn my water on. Like, at this point, I don't even need to turn my water on. I just think like, just wake up in the morning, just like, have a cold shower. That's like the best thing I can do. Don't know why I'm even bothering to turn my water on. I've got to like just not do that. Just actually learn that, and I have a dead cold shower. That's probably going to be like the nicest thing I can feel. I'm going to be feeling for the rest of the day. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to try to not do that tomorrow. I'm just going to try and not turn the heating. Because I turn my boiler off. I only turn it on when I have a shower. But I'm wondering if I can just get around that. Because that's what Indians do. Because the Indians, they don't even have a shower. Because they do it because they want to save money. That's why like, they look so against it. Like, for like, any white person, they see like you having to like have a shower like once or twice a day is just a normal thing, and using a toilet. That's like normal shit you'd have to do. Like Indians and Jewish people, they both like they have some fucking strange like Indians have Isa, and then like Jews just like their God tells them to just make as much money as possible. It just means that they just end up like becoming like these super scrimpers, and that's what basically that's the stereotype they both have. If you just think of a Jewish person, the stereotype's always just like they love money, but what that basically just means is just they're super frugal, and it's because that's their like thing. So their God just gives them like power. They get money. That's why like people like Aiden Ross and stuff is that they're so gung ho and just like making billions and billions. Like maybe like some Christian dude would probably just be like, you know what, I'm okay. I've got like 10 million. That's enough for me. I don't need to be like silly. I can just sort of like just have 10 million in the bank, and then just live like comfortably. Just get like a really nice place, like $1 million. And you can just sit on the investment for that 9 million, and you could just like cut yourself a salary from that. Cut yourself like a decent salary, like probably like a 50k salary just from the interest. And then like yeah, and then you can just keep doing that, and then like just retire when you're like 40 or something. Retiring's the wrong word really, but do you see what I mean? It's just like you can just keep doing that, and then like you've always got like 9 million, like and it'll be enough. If you're like just good with your money, like a lot of people could easily live on that, especially if you've paid your house off and the rent is so you're not paying a mortgage. So all you'll be paying for is like electricity, gas, internet, council tax. But I think that's what they're doing. All the Jews are doing. So what I mean is like, if you're like a certain type of Jewish person, the way they sort of just let you just not have to work is they like one of the rich Jewish families, because there's only 16 million of them. they'll give you like. That's why I say they'll just let you live off the interest of like one of the. Because usury, that's basically the thing. Usury is just broken. It doesn't work. It's like it's basically a mechanic where you can just make infinite money. It's like, here, I'll lend you $100, but you've got to pay me back 110. Cool. And someone says, oh, can I borrow $110? You're like, yeah, you got to give me 120. And do you see what I mean? So it's like, that person has just made $20 out of nothing. And it's like, when you just sort of break it down like that, it's just obvious. It just doesn't, it's like, you can't do this. And then it's not only that, but it's got to a point now where we're just like, the APRs and interest rates are so colossal. It's like when people go to university and they're like at the stupidest point of their life, 17, 18 or whatever, they sign some shitty contract and they end up, like I told you the other day, they haven't read it all, and it's like they haven't got enough money to get a lawyer to read it and break down the finances and stuff. Or it might even show you that, but they just won't read it because like they've just been like, that's what I'm telling you, they've all just been like convinced that if they go to uni it's all going to be like it's just going to be like party time, isn't it? And that's just basically what it is. A lot of the time you're just paying 80 grand to just go to like your just 3 years where you're just basically partying. You just get given like a salary and you just do what you want, and a lot of the times it's just no one's doing anything good. Like the women just generally just end up just being like huge whores, and they just end up like becoming like impossible because once you just like, they've all been convinced by like Netflix and TV that that's okay to do, so they will just like watch, they will just like think they can go to uni and just like get suck off like the whole like one of like the football team like dorm houses, and they just think like that's okay. They think that's empowering. But it's not. It's just like a big psyops that where like Jewish people have just again been like, what's this of a we can do the most degenerate thing to women? Well, I know, we could just tell them that sucking loads of dicks is like really empowering, and they can do it, and they've got enough money to do it, and they have done it. That's what I mean. We're at the stage now where we know that obviously someone's doing it. It's not white people, because white people wouldn't do that to their own people. Chinese people wouldn't do that to their own people. It's someone else is doing it to us. And it's because white women specifically are the most attractive women in the whole world. More attractive than like black, more attractive than Indian, more attractive than Chinese, more attractive than Japanese, more attractive than mixed, more attractive than Middle Eastern. White women are the ones that like make the most. Like most of the times, the biggest porn stars are always white women. Specifically white women, because it's just that's almost like I take that as an accomplishment. Like for me, like I find that as a compliment. So that's what I mean. But I know that, so it's my job to protect these white women from like brown and black and Jewish people from like making them do porn, or like because they get tricked by money. They just get tricked by money. They just think like, fuck it, if I'm gonna have to like be an idiot and have to like work, because the women know secretly that they shouldn't really be working, but because of feminism just basically just allows them to just not have kids for as long as possible. And they love it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, they just know there's no real consequence for them if they don't bother to do anything, so why would they? They're just gonna ride it out. They're just gonna keep going until they're like in their 20, like 30 years old, and then they're going to try and settle down, and it's like, by that point, all these dudes are just going to not want to do it, and so you're going to have to like fucking settle down with like, and they won't, because they've been alpha widowed. They will just refuse, so they'll just become like these weird cat women who are just going to like be bachelorettes for the rest of their life, because they will not be able to like date someone who's on their looks match, because women can't. Like once they fucked, even if they just get like fucked once by like Chad, a 9 out of 10, because it's like some model's just in town. It's just decides like he's just on like whatever, Tinder or Instagram. Just says like, oh, are you around? I can get a limo to come pick you up. Fuck yeah! And he just gets like fucks like I don't know, some NBA player. That's it. They'll never be able to like compromise. So even if they're like, reach their 35 years old, they will just always have that like that gut experience in their brain because that's not supposed to happen to them. Never in history is that ever supposed to happen to them. Never in history have women supposed to have been able to go into the workforce. Never in history have women ever been able to go into politics. Never in history have like women been able to be able to vote, but they're not conscripted. It's just insane. It's just crazy. Feminism is just fucked everywhere. It's so stupid. The white women just need to like, understand that we want to help them because we want to be with you. But what we don't want you to do is just like slide up with these blackened other people, black, brown, other like women, and just try and like I don't know, stop us because it's just like nothing good's coming out of it. Nothing's happening. It's generally like nothing's happening. You know, like the reason we keep going and watching, like getting really reminiscent of the 80s, and it's just like even like the new Final Fantasy games coming out. Sorry, the new GTA game is coming out. It's just basically GTA for Vice City, the remake. That's basically what it is. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, it's not. It's not. But I think, sorry, I think the aesthetics potentially will be. It's obviously going for like that, but the reason we keep going back to that is because what that actually is like saying to most people is the 80s was like that decade when like white people felt like they were on the top of the game. Everyone loved white. All of the world were obsessed with white, and that made sense because we were the most powerful. We had done the most. It was then when we think of the 90s. Like the 90s is when you think had things like Will Smith, who came across again. It's like shifting now. A lot more like stuff like people are happy, just more openly gay, more women are getting involved in things as well, isn't like directly. So more, and that's what I'm saying. So all of like the white men who were like making all the really good stuff. That's why like everyone's so reminiscent about like Rambo or Terminator or um, Rocky, Doc Brown and Maury. It's because they're all just like white, so you just reminisce it. You just sort of like you kind of feel it, and it's like it's true to some extent. I know a lot of these like people of color actors come out and say like, oh, it's hard growing up knowing that like I couldn't watch Indiana Jones, but The Rock said this, and he wasn't like from Maui or whatever. It's like, well, is this why now I'm being punished? You know, it's like we're not allowed to have like a white masculine IP anymore. We always have to have some fucking like beta weak source, like Elliot Page or some shit. And you gotta like, pretend it's like not a humiliation ritual. So the Jews just put this person here on stage, and they just know that like they're all giggling in Tel Aviv. They're all gonna giggle watching her do this, him, because they just know that everyone is like gonna have to like tiptoe around and like make sure, and then they're gonna laugh because they're gonna be laughing at like. When they like I don't know, some stupid like tabloids person interviews them, they're gonna laugh like if there's gonna be any like awkward faux pas, but like because they're like I don't know, it's the German like someone from Germany trying to speak like English, so they just accidentally get like just sometimes getting the pronouns wrong, and they'll just like laugh at it if there's any awkwardness about it. They'll be like, "Hello there, Elliot. How did you feel? You must have been scared when you were out there. It must be difficult as being woman. Sorry, man. Oh, goodness." I didn't mean to offend her. Sorry, him. And then people in Australia are like, oh my. So I get it. I understand it's the game. It is quite funny, but it's just like, okay, I mean, we need something else now. So I met with my parents. It was my dad's birthday yesterday. And it's like it's so sad. I was so sad to him. I was like, I don't think you understand what the world's gonna be like when you're not here. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, I think a lot of very, very drastic things are going to change in probably the next like 10, 15 years, and you're probably not going to be here. Because that's what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is just so, it's so far in the future. That's my problem. I'm like looking into the future way too much. That's why like, anything I'm saying, it just comes across as like, it's like me saying an asteroid would hit the Earth in a few years. But it's just, I am kind of unfortunate. I can't see that this particular reality that we're in now, that will be the needed course. It has to happen. You know, like when you have Nosferatu or like any of the other sorts of great psychics and predictions. Like I'm the modern version of that, so I can sort of see into the future. And it's just that's gonna have to happen. It's the only way. And it's like they've done such a good job to prevent anyone like myself from getting into position because they know like I am exactly the person they did not want to become big. And it's like fantastic. They've done so much stuff. There's even like memes that are like quite self-aware of myself, and then people will be like, "It's the Dunning-Kruger effect," or whatever. It's just not. I know the people who that applies to. That's gonna be like Indians and like black people. That's not gonna be me. Like people who are generally smart are like quite humble. They do generally like not really boast too much, but like they're not afraid that at some points to shoot. It's like sometimes you do just need to kind of make people aware of where you are. I think like most smart people just don't want to like cause confrontation because there's no point. It's just no point. Because it's like most people, if they're not that intelligent, it's like if you go and debate with them, you're not going to be able to convince them, and it's just no point wasting your time. You might as well just be like. You can play on that. If you just know that, you can just say things around it. You can just say like an absolutely random thing, and it just like throws them off a bit. They just know like you're not serious. You can just do an ad hominem or something like that, and it's gonna be just quite fun to do. Because then it's like an out-mogging contest. So if you're like, again, like I use my picture, so it's like. They have to make sure that they're better looking than me. If they're not, then like I win. And that's the rule of nature, I'm afraid. This is the Jews don't want you to know that. The Jews want you to use money instead. But it's not true. Attractiveness has always been the case. If you're good looking, you'll always get more attention. Jews want you to make it so if you have more money. Because they want it so if you give like LeBron James like $1 billion, every single white woman will want to suck his dick. They don't want him to suck Albert Einstein's dick or like another person with like a really high IQ. So that's what they've done. They've spent like the last, I don't know, probably 4 years in like Hollywood just making loads of films where it's like all of the bad guys are usually like really smart white guys who don't need loads of friends. They're usually just like loners. And when they've always like played that off like that's some like massive issue, but actually that's like badass. It's like more badass. It's like that's what I always think. I was trying to think of an example where it's like. I don't know why like Broly comes to mind because this is a stupid example. I'm trying to think of another example where it's just got like someone who's like he's a loner, but it's just like fuck off power, like Loki from like Marvel or something like that. It's just like he doesn't need any friends or anything like that. He's just fuck off powerful, and it's like. He's portrayed as he's like the loser for that. But it's like no, he does. It just proves he doesn't need like self-validation. He doesn't need like social validation and like appraisal from randos. He's confident in his own skills, and it basically just takes like a huge like loads of people to team up to take him down. It's like doesn't really like prove like you're like stronger than him. Like it's like, do you know what I mean? It's not like you fought them one-on-one diligently. Because even that, like, arguably, is not fair. But you'd never do that in any other contest. It's not like how it works in like UFC, where it's like you have to you have to go like do the gauntlet run. So it's like if you're like you do it and you win immediately, like the next guy comes in like a Royal Rumble, and you just keep going like that. It doesn't work like that. You stop, and you have another couple matches days, and you're doing another match. See what I mean? Fucked. But yeah, I can see into the future. How far? Do you see? It's just like like women can't talk down on me. It just isn't how the world works. To be out the super chat, you just cannot have. Even my own women are not allowed to talk down to me. If I'm like super sexist to them, they just have to kind of like take it. That's how it should be. It's like what I'm telling you. It's like in the medieval times. This is how it worked. I'd go into the pub, and if there'd be like a couple of wenches there, and it's just like. I guess you didn't worry about STDs back then. You probably did still have them, but like, yeah, you probably just like, I don't know actually. I suppose like there might just be normal women there, I guess. And then it's just like, yeah, you just like fucking fuck them, and it's like, I'm not kidding. It's like, this is how, this is why we need to go back and study this. So the reason that the women were always like so like loving of their husbands, because it's just this is what's going to come across as they would have been allowed to hit them, and effectively the women wouldn't be able to do anything. So like back in like the medieval times, just give an example. The reason like the woman was like play balls because she knows that like it is dangerous out there. So she needs the safety. She needs to have like someone to look after her, because there could still be barbarians and stuff that could like try and break. Because they didn't have like there was no such thing as like proper security like that. So you just had like a little cottage. It wasn't even a cottage, but just like some little little I don't know what. You know what medieval house? It was a little hut or something like that. You probably have a door with like a wooden like lock, but like in theory someone could try and like just break in. So the woman needed to have like someone to like protect them, and also she didn't have like social media, so there wasn't like she'd go on like social media and there'd be like some guy from like is EGP even, I don't know, like some guy from like, is China even a place back then? He say, "Oh, I loved all you to come over here," and then like she doesn't like need to worry about going and getting hurt. You know what I mean? This is like she would just be like, "Oh, cool. I better have as many kids as possible." Because then again, the more kids I have, the more like this guy's gonna have to want to stay around. Because if he wants his kids to like grow up, he needs to make sure like I'm alive, because I'm gonna be like the one raising the kids. You see what I'm saying? But nowadays, as well, the women can just like go to uni and just told they can just like live, just go and I don't know, just go on holiday all the time. Just like fuck Chad and loads of countries. It's just like it's not no other time in history has that ever happened. Even like the starlets in the '60s. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've forgotten her name. The one that got murdered by like the Bronson people. Like, even like her, like they would not have been as nearly as promiscuous as women today. They probably only, even her, like, she probably only had slept with like a couple of dudes. Probably like someone in high school, and then maybe like, I don't know, someone just before she became famous. And then like whoever she married, or who was with. Sharon Tate, that was it. You know what I mean? Because it just wasn't, it was like, that just wasn't it. So even her probably having like, she wasn't that old. I think she was only like 25, 24, 23 or something. So even her being a 23-year-old and like probably sleeping with maybe 3 guys, that probably would have been seen as like probably quite a lot. But she would have been let off by it because like she was a starter. So people would just go, oh, well, that makes sense because you're just gonna be like. But that's what I'm telling you. That's see how far it's gone in like another 60 years. Where it's like now it's like, yeah, it's someone like an average woman will easily have like a body count in uni. Easily, if she wants, in 3 years, easily could be into her like 20s or something, 20, 30s. Normally, they don't just do like most women aren't going to do like loads of one night stands. What they just basically do is they just like they usually probably just date like guys, really like, and it's more like situationships because it's like now there's just no like shame or anything. So like, loads of them just end up like just having their hoe phase, I guess, and they've just got like a roster of dudes, and then basically they just kind of like schedule it so they like see like a guy on Monday and they just set up like, oh, I see this dude Monday, Wednesday, and they might not tell, but or they just like. The guy just doesn't care because he's also just like, they'll just have like a, well, they just say it, they'll just be like, oh yeah, this is nothing, like we're not like exclusive, and the guy like she's seeing on Monday and Wednesday is just probably literally just going to be like I tell you, like it'll be like an M-ball player, or it's going to be like a model, and he's just going to be like in like Birmingham or something. I'm just giving an example, but it could just be in London, for example, and he's just there for like 2 weeks. And one of the days he's it's just, yeah, there's nothing else to do. He's just sat in his flat. Like, what? He's not gonna like. He doesn't want to get a prostitute. This is the thing. You don't understand. This is the thing. Jews have just turned like feminism into like a way for like men to not have to pay for prostitutes. So what ends up happening is the women, yeah, it's just basically like turns them into prostitutes. But basically, all that happens is it's like they go to uni, they need money or they just want money because they're realizing now they got to earn money. So then they're at uni and then at their most fertile, where they're supposed to be like having children with like white men. They get like sniped by like brown and black guys and Jews, and probably white dudes as well, who just like destroy them in the sense of like they just warp their like brain because they just end up like just using them so they can have like sex with like young women while they're like also charging them like 50 grand. To be there for like 3 years. It's more than that, it's like 70 grand. So they're getting absolutely like, without like shoes department, R-worded on both like ends. They end up like just leaving uni and they're normally like covered in tats and they've got their hair dyed, and that's like trauma. That's just them like trying like, to cope with trauma. That's how women deal with it. Women deal with trauma in this like really like sappy way, like, you know, Taylor Swift songs. It's like that's like what it do. It's like men just sort of roll with the punches, but the whole point of women is they're not really meant to deal with trauma because you're supposed to protect them, but like we're not, because we're like making them go out to uni and stuff, which is like the stupidest thing. You're basically just taking your like young daughter who's like just turned into a woman, and you're like, oh yeah, go to the city, go to the big rape city. It's exactly what's happened to Katie. like Katie turned like 18 or 19. And she went. I think she was said. I can't remember which uni she went to, but she went to a city uni, Leeds or like fucking like Liverpool or fucking like Manchester. I don't know. That was too close. But anyway, and then like look at the state of her. Like look at the state of her. She's just ruined. She's just like there's no good of her now, and she's just gonna. She'll be an enemy forever. I don't think there's just any way. If I'm being really pragmatic, I don't know there'd be any way I could ever convince her to change her thinking, man. It's just women are fucked. I just think she'll have some kind of like allegiance to like black people and brown people, some kind of white guilt, and she'll refuse to kind of just like listen to me. She just I don't know because like this is always the thing that I always would say is like. What do I gain from lying to her? Like my counterpart, my white counterpart, the female counterpart. Like I actually want you to do well because you're my white counterpart, and I don't care. Like, I'm not like insecure. Like, even if you have kids, I'm happy if you do that. If it's with a white person, do you know what I mean? And I'm happy to help you out because like, we're white, and I think that's what we should do. Just work with our race. So why would I lie to you? I'm just trying to help you, and that's the difference. You're listening to like what people like me say, and you don't like it. So you call us like all the isms and ists. But actually what you need to be doing is listening to us. Because it's just like we're like the dads or the strong patriarchal thing you don't have anymore. See, what you do is you block people like us, and you like just listen to all these shitty like low-T dudes. Like black, brown people just gonna like kiss your ass because they just want to see Bob and the Jew. Other Jews for the same reason. And like women who just like women just drag each other down. That's just all women do. It's so proven. If you work with a bunch of women, they just all like bully each other, and it's just fucking stupid. You're not meant to work. It's just supposed to not work. Wait, should I? So I mean, women just don't know how to flirt. It's like so funny. So, there was a picture like some white woman had just posted, and she was like drinking a beer, and it was some weird book she was reading. And it's just like I just snapped and said, I hope that's not a book, or it's like some smart book or something like that. Because I know that's what women do. Like, women always like I'm so smart because I read books, and they're just reading porn. To give you an equivalent, imagine if I was reading Hustler magazine. And I was like, oh, I've read like 15 books today. And you're like, what have you read? I'm like, oh, I've just read like Hustlers Funds 15. You'd be like, that's disgusting. But women can like read like Milking Maid and like Handjob Tale and like, what was it? I don't know, 50 Shades of Grey and stuff. And it's like, that is their smart. That is literally their smart. That's like the stuff that they're like jerking off to. But if you ever say that, they get really angry about it. Because they know like they're wrong and the women are narcissistic. So anyway, I just called her out on that, and she just said behave, and I said, is that your safety word? And she said, you should know. I was like, should I? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I know? Because that means we fucked. Like, that sounds like she's coming on to me. So me saying should I should hopefully like reinforce it. But you know what I mean. So you should know. That's what I mean. That's just one of those things where, like, I don't think you've realised that you know what I mean? Women just don't really know how to, like... Should I? Because, like, that... Does she not understand what that infers? Because if she says that just basically means, like, look, we've done it before or something like that. there was like a picture of what do you call it? There was some video. There was like an account which is called like Mrs. Tool or something like that, and it was AI, but I fell for it. It was very convincing. It was like a video that was like done of like POV. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm doing. So obviously I've learned my lesson now. But this is how good our AI's got now. Because the video was like, it looked like a TikTok video from someone filming from their camera. So it was like even more convincing. Because it just said like, and it had like one of those shitty like little captions that said, like, dude, she can read the menu without even having to like bend over. And it was like a video of like some woman queuing up for like Burger King. So the camera was like filming from like, I suppose like where the store entrance was. Obviously like a gasp of how tall this woman was and pulled her phone out. And it just said something like, this woman is able to like, look at the menu without even lifting her head. And she was huge. She was like 8 foot tall. She was so massive. And the account that it was like linked to was called like Massive Girl or something like that. And it was just like said like, yes, I know I'm really tall. So I was just like, maybe that's true then, because I don't think there would not be like some woman who's just gonna be like, there will be like some woman like that. I think I have seen like there's like some white woman, someone who's like very tall, like just as a freak anomaly. It's like 7 foot tall or something like that. There's not gonna be many of them, like nowhere near as much as men, but that doesn't mean there won't be any. And I have definitely seen a couple. Like I've seen a couple like Comic Con and stuff, and they just dress up and they like wear like absolute. They're so tall. Like as in like so tall that I could eat them out without like them having to like crouch down. They're like so tall. I know that's like graphic as fuck, but it just sort of helps to put like to illustrate like how tall they are. And it was like the one thing in that now that I am aware of that I did get fooled on, which does seem to like make sense now that I'm reading about it. Alright, let's see what let's see. Should I? Is she hot? My only problem is like she's a lawyer, so like I don't know. It's just like lawyers are just nah. It should be like super. Should be like I'd like fuck her. Definitely fuck her. And like in all reality, like if she actually just like wanted to have a child with me, but I had like no duties with it, potentially, just for the sake of like me just passing my genes across, I'll be willing to do that. Because at least if I'm gonna like, at least if someone's just gonna have kids, let's have it with the lawyer and the fucking. Least let's make it be that. I'll look after it by myself. I'll do it. I just think it's like worth me doing that. I might as well take advantage of the stupid system we're in, where it's like, people who have loads of kids get loads of money. Which will be applying as well when like I'm back in charge. It's just at the second. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So it's just like, someone like her will just be an absolute nightmare. She'll be really, like that's why actually like this style of flowing might work with her. She actually might be into this. Because she's going to be quite a masculine woman, because she's a lawyer. But that's what I mean, I'm not really into that. That would be like, you know, like when you have sex, they're the sort of women where they're going to probably like want to dominate you and shit. And you're going to have to like do like really weird shit. Because they've got like weird daddy issues or something. Bobby, why to choke you? Choke them. It's always like something to do with like lack of discipline, lack of like being attacked. That's what like when people like want the choking. It's like that's what it is. It's like a deprivation of like they would never like hit as a dad when they're dad, because that's what, you're meant to be able to do that, but like, we made it so you can't. I'd be like, yeah, you're allowed to hit your son, but you're not allowed to like ever think about like striking your daughter. And then they just come with these like fucking spoiled people, women. This is what happens. I love young love. Oh, why can't I see Sephiroth? That's what I mean. So they just missed the trick because if they had just included Sephiroth and Zax, that would have just added it. Because I thought we just played the game again as them.
I didn't recognize you, Cloud. I must say,
You're so cool. You're so cool.
Do you want some apple juice? It's ironic because I actually do have apple tea. Bone apple tea. Let me see. Let's see if I can, like, I'm flirting with a lawyer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of Sephiroth.
No, I think I overset my boundary. She'd obviously realised that what she said. it did go. I was like, I mean, okay. Like, and that's the other thing. Like, I'm happy to be wined and dined. Like, I'm a stud. Like, if people want to like pay for me to go out, I'll do it. If she wants to like be my like, weird sugar mama or whatever, like, I'm not good with that. People can do that. I don't mind that. There's no. That's what I'm saying. I can benefit of it because
I figured you might be there.
Wait a second. You two were neighbors?
We were, but it's not like we hung out that much.
We had our reasons.
Our reason.
Remember my cat?
Her name was Fluffy, I think.
Yeah. She was always disappearing, and that day was no different.
here come the police to arrest me. Heard your words. Are you input? You're the one who's been talking about World War Africa. I might have said it a couple of times. That's it. Permission to use fire. Permission granted. She's firing one shot. Whoa. This is from Professor Steinberg. That's exactly what's going on. I have like pet Tifa's parents like sleep in separate rooms. You stole my parents' money? Well, I don't know where your parents were. I've never seen them. You saw my dad. He got stabbed by Sephiroth. He stabbed in the past tense. We're in the past. Or whatever.
You went into my room?
I did.
You went through my stuff?
I know I shouldn't have.
Cloud! You asshole!
Dude, I'm a child.
Did you actually play it?
Dude, I'm a child. Dude, I'm a fucking child. This is so hard as well. Okay, the young cloud player. You managed to play all that by yourself? That's so tough. I'm not like gonna pretend I can do that. What was that song? Oh, you'll find out in the next game. I actually think I've heard it before.
Wow. Where'd you learn to do that?
Hey, you gotta play for us sometime.
Well, shit. You're a merc of many talents.
You went out to Steve's room, whipped in her knicker drawer, and then had to go all the cards. Let's see this lawyer. Please, God. Told you, women don't want smart men. They want like men that they can manipulate. Or they think you can. So that just I just don't know. I just like really looking forward to like the. I mean, it's not even that fucking far now. It's like, because like the end of August, there's going to be the Metal Gear Solid game, so that'll keep me going until probably a month. So I'll have like Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which actually is really fun. Peace Walker's got like some probably like really good like canon parts, which actually are probably worth doing. Because to get the reason why, and I'll tell you this, the reason why like Peace Walker I think intimidated everybody was because it was almost too ahead of its time. Because a lot of like proper Metal Gear Solid aficionados, when you play like Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PSP, what you're just gonna immediately feel like when you're playing is just this Metal Gear Solid 5, and it is. It's just basically like a light version of Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5 is effectively they just took the idea of Peace Walker, but just turned it into like a proper console game. And they did that, but like when you play it, like I was playing because the reason I'm like not that amazed is just because like why couldn't they just have fucking stuck like Metal Gear Solid 2 on it or something like that? Well, how hard could that have been? Just make it like you don't even need Peace Walker because everyone's got the one for the PS3, 6 or PS5, so you don't even need to do that. If they just stuck like maybe another game on there. Even if it was just something like a PlayStation emulation of the fucking Metal Gear Solid 1, or like, you know what I mean, or just or just like Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance or something like that, that would have just kept it like a little bit more interesting. Or the fucking Game Boy port or something, do you know what I mean? That would have just been cool. But the fact they've just got the goals to just be like, no, it's just 2 games. That's not really a collection, is it? I don't really feel like you can just call 2 games a collection. It needs to at least have like 3 or 4. Like the one for the PlayStation had like Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. I think that was it, but like even that was 3. So I have 2. So I mean, just at least they could have just kept it spicy by just like putting on like like I say, let's have like a Game Boy one or something. It just would have been something interesting to like stream and just be like, well, this is quite fun. One of the SNES ones, just say like, oh, how hard would it just been to just include like one Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 or like an emulation of the ROM, the NES ones. You probably can get licensing for it. They could definitely just put like Metal Gear Solid like what was it, VR missions, or Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, or I think even Metal Gear Solid 3 had their own version of like Substance. where you could like just do like play the games with different characters and stuff. Like I never had any of them. I really ever did. Especially Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance just looked like it just basically like just jumped the shark. You could just do stupid things. There was like a skateboard game in that stuff. It was just like absolute pencil. It was like you could just like play the game as like a different character. Or like, no, it didn't do like the whole game. It was just like you could play like little bits of the game as like different characters. It was just really crazy. I didn't like the VR one as much because I hated like the polygons. I just didn't like that. I didn't like when you were just walking around the stages. And everything was just like, what do they call them? Like, you know, like those sort of like the polygon shapes. Everything's just like those like red, 3D sort of like shapes, and everything's made in this sort of like vectogram style. I hate all that. So you'd be like Snake, it's like you're like the only 3D rendered thing, and you'd be like, the background would just be like some trippy effect, and you're in some nether zones, you're just not this VR thing. And everything's just made out of just like these fucking like red and black like walls and shapes. And I think the guards were also sort of like human as well. But they'd just be those little diamond things you had to shoot. And it was that's the whole game. I don't think you ever like actually rendered into anything else. And it's just that's it. That's all the game was. But back then in like 97 or 96, okay, that was quite cool. It was like, oh, you just get to play like the Metal Gear Solid engine. But I just got to let you play like fuck around with all the guns, because I think like it was like it did have quite a lot of levels. It was just a lot of them were just like puzzles and shit. And I think every gun in Metal Gear Solid 1 had like 9 levels in it, where you just only use that gun. So I feel like, yeah, if you just wanted like a couple of, yeah, that's what the whole game was about. It was just like, did you like playing Metal Gear Solid 1? Yeah. Do you fancy just playing a game where you're just sort of like going to do some extra stuff, and then just you have to really fuck around with the weapons, and we're going to like really push the boundary of what you can do with each weapon. Because it did. It was like when you did like the sniping, it was hard. I think I remember it's like the PSG or whatever it was. So you'd have like the PSG, and it, like, I think like there's all these like diamonds that just like going up and down a conveyor belt, and you had like a tiny little hole that you had to shoot from. And it's like there would be and you had to take the penicillin, and you just had to like. It was like it did just push the game to the boundary, and it was quite fine. That was cool. Because again, what you don't remember is like that is like what was cutting edge back then. Do you know what I mean? There was no like other thing. You couldn't just put GTA 3 in, but this is so much worse than GTA 3. GTA 3 didn't come out for like 10 years or so. Like that come out the same year like Final Fantasy 7 came out. It's like the first game which had like really like been a 3D, because this is it. Like, everyone's like talks about Mario. Yeah. Mario absolutely did completely benchmark platforming. But Snake completely benchmarked like stealth. He did. I still believe he did better than like people will like debate it. But you know, what's his name? Tom Clancy games. I never got into those, but I hear that they are like really. If you love your stealth stuff, it's like the other side of the coin. I hear that that's a little bit more like grounded. I don't even know that that's really the term, but I just know like Metal Gear Solid is meant to be like really like cheesy. It's just meant to be an anime, basically. That's why it's just basically, yeah, it's just basically meant to be like American Spy, the anime. So it's just got like anime logic and like anime, like, you know, yeah, like physics or. Where Splinter Cells are a lot more like realistic. You actually have to like. I mean, it'll still be like stupid to some degree, but in the grand scheme of it, it's not as cartoony. Using like gadgets and stuff. As a Metal Gear Solid is just basically just like your only gadget just is like. Well, the whole point of the whole point is you're the gadget, because you're just like meant to be like so well trained and everything. You just can just take. You got CQC and you can just like subdue any person, like basically without risk. Even if you get in like a fight with someone with a gun, you're meant to be like trained to the nines. You're meant to be the best of everything. You're meant to be like hyper intelligent, hyper good reactions, the best ever like training. You've got like interrogation training, so if like people are like electrocuting and stuff, you're not gonna like blab. The Snake is like so fucking good. He's meant to be he's just the best of the both. Oh yes, let's see. I need more ice. It's so hard going. Okay, so Kate's got a lot of stuff. I can't even like complain now. I've had my cake and eat it. She's actually. Oh my god, she's done even more. Okay, at least it's not as long because she's schizoed out a little bit. If you just calm down a bit. Her ADHD medicine is like calm down a bit because we've got like loads. We've got like we've got like the pathetic anti-feminist of TikTok. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, the face Kay's making is like looks like she's powering, but it's like a little bit of a grin because it's like she knows it's right. She knows she's right. She knows that she's the spoiled kid. She knows I know feminism's wrong, and she knows I know feminism's wrong, and she actually knows feminism's wrong, but she doesn't want it to be right. Wrong because she's gonna lose out. Because she's a woman, she knows like she can like play like certain little games to like basically just get people to join her. But she can like get emotional, like talk about like these like really vague examples, all these like false equivalences, all of these like I don't know trauma. It's just everything. All these like cognitive biases. Most of the stuff's just led on emotion. And like a lot of it just stems from like Kay directly. She just loses out, and that's what women can't do. They're not able to like give stuff up. They just can't do it. I remember like my first girlfriend it was exactly like that. She had like this little like storage of money that she kept for like 10 years we were together, and she would just never use that money like on me at all. She rarely bought me anything. It's even like if she had to buy me something for my birthday, she made such a big deal of it. And I was like, "Fuck this! This is not fair. Actual garbage. Actual fucking garbage. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that, dude. It's like Thin Lizzy said. We're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna take it anymore. How fucking dare you say that to me? Fucking dare you?" Oh, that's the good shit. Okay. Should I eat one of these radishes? I'm gonna kill me, is it? Not bad. What about carrot? Would you watch OnlyFans movie? was a movie. Alright. There you go, girls. Alright, let me change this again. I know. Right. You kill yourself, thank God. No. Whoa! Whoa! Wacky shark! Wacky shark! Where'd you go, wacky shark? Oh, I love it when it goes. I beg your pardon. What did you just say to me? What do you mean? It's not like you said I love OnlyFans. Oh, well, even if I did, was that a problem with it? I just a weird thing, so. Okay. Maybe I did say it. What's wrong with that? I just asked if you said it. Did you? I don't know. Like I said, would you have a problem if I did? Let's just not talk about it. Yeah, move on. Oh, well. Hey, girls. Yes, okay, this one here. It's called the Pathetic Anti-Feminist TikTok.
If you're saving all your spare cash and not investing any of it, you could be missing out. Investing isn't as scary as it seems.
That is it.
To grow your money over the long term. I got started with £5 using this app called Moneybox. I literally do it all from my phone and just stick a bit of money in every week. After a while, it really starts to add up. Join more than 1 million people building wealth with Moneybox. Now, luckily, a lot more people these days do genuinely identify as a feminist and hold feminist beliefs, but there's also now a lot more people identifying as these so-called anti-feminists. Now, much like the trad wives, I have to ask myself, why? What do you gain from being against freeing women from oppression? Because that's what it translates to, not whatever weird definition you have of feminism. Feminism is wanting women to not be oppressed. Therefore, when you are anti-feminist, you are anti-women being free
Oh,
from oppression.
whatever.
Absolutely zero sense.
Whatever, sugar tits.
Anti-feminist TikToks and
Whatever, sugar tits.
what's going on in their brain? I mean, I'm gonna guess not.
And look. So as again, okay, he's like talking about feminists. So, because she's like, she needs to play into it. So she's wearing like her low cut, like just basically a bra. She's showing off like a massive broad like shoulder. She's taller. She's like more broad than me. She's got like a fucking like low, some kind of like weird bug sternum. It looks mental. I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know who told her that it would look good. That's what I mean. That's why people need to like look after her, because she can't make her own decisions. Because look what she does. But Katie's just like the epitome of what happens. You just let women just do whatever they want. She just doesn't want to have kids. Hates like white men, but is attracted to them. Probably slept with a black guy, or had an abortion. I know that. Just makes shitty goy lord videos. Just don't mean anything. It literally is a distraction, Katie. What a massive distraction. No one cares. No one's gonna care about the show. Especially during World War Boo! And that's how I know her voice will be definitely picked up. Oh, what why can I not do this? What's happening? Oh, here we go. Oh, shit a dick! No! I did almost say a really bad word though. Oh dear. I almost said a really naughty word. That would have definitely been like, hey, it's like Lord of Pickle. Like, you can't like go off like me just saying I almost said a bad word. What does that mean? I could have said poo-poo head for you. Oh, this is Willy Biscuits. Oh, is that a bad word? Willy Biscuits, fuck that. I mean... But anyway, like, she looked fucked. She looked... All I gotta think about is, imagine, like, your tattoo parlor, like, imagine, like, this tattoo artist, like, giving you a lecture. That's what Jews are just convinced over women, just like, no one's gonna take you seriously, like, looking at that. That's the thing, right? Literally the reason Jews want gays to have, like, tattoos, by the way. It's because, they know, like, black people will go after them, because they know, like, women who have, like, tattoos just, like, remind them of women from porn. So a lot of, like, African guys, like, their first encounter of, like, a white woman will just be from porn. And a lot of them will have tattoos. So, like, if they just have, like, women like Katie, that's just almost like, I told you, it's like the bumblebee. Like, I don't understand. This is the thing, like, women, I don't get. Is like, they're personifying themselves too much in other people. That's the biggest problem. So, like, women like Katie, or just women, like, white women, they think that, like, everyone else, like, as smart as them. And as much as I hate to admit it, she is smarter still than, like, probably, like, she will be. She'll be smarter still than, like, black and brown and, like, she'll be smarter than black, brown men and women. So the only people who are, like, actually going to be smarter than her are, like, Chinese who just leave them alone because we don't really talk to Chinese on social media. They probably do use bots, but that's, like, a different thing. That's just speculation because I have no proof of that. Jews who are using them. So where the liberalism and stuff's coming from. Communists and stuff. And then white men who they've been, like, used by the Jews to go against. It's just like, oh. So it's just like, look, it's the whole of, like, society is just being stinted to cake and have, like, toys and go to, like, Five Guys and just drive around and get, like, Nando's chicken. Like, fuck that, Katie. Fuck that. You need to take Africa, Katie.
I think we'll hear a little bit of rattling.
You could, like, take one of the countries. How about that? Would you want to do that? You could be, like, a president. So, yeah. If you are a president. What'd you do? You want to do, like, you have, like, Ivory Coast or something. You can have your own military and stuff. You'd be really powerful, and you can have, like, and your children could, like, think about it. Seriously, this is what I mean. You're laughing, but this is like what I'm saying. It's like when if you bought a piece of the moon now, and they're like, oh, it's now like they're colonizing the moon. You actually do own, like, a plot of land there.
The moment we arrived, Sephiroth just wasn't himself. What you looking at?
These ants. Excuse me?
Huh?
I could swear I've seen it before.
You okay?
Big day tomorrow. We'll be leaving bright and early.
It's material.
You should get some rest.
All right.
Look how tall he is.
Night.
I never even saw the motherfucker sleep. I went in there and he was I swear.
Tried, but I couldn't get to sleep that night. Was too excited, too nervous.
Was pretty much the same for me. Why?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
You know what happened the last time she went up there.
That was years ago, Brian. She's old enough to make her own decisions now.
We leave once our guide arrives.
Yes, sir.
Brian! Sephiroth, sir, I must insist that I take you up the mountain. My daughter isn't...
Dad!
Tifa, you can still back out. You don't...
Tifa, that's incredibly inappropriate to wear. Go back and change that now. You're not a slut.
Mine.
You're not some kind of cowboy whore.
Good morning, sir.
And also, like,
Bye for the day.
it's also just like, I don't know. I think Sephiroth would definitely get fucking women.
You can ask anyone.
I don't think women will care. I think the long hair doesn't matter. He's still like a fucking beast. You do see Sephiroth one time, I think, shirtless, where he's like, the last fight. And he is like ripped to fuck. He'd definitely slam. Like, how tall is he? 7 foot? He must be really tall.
You talk to him?
Please, Sephiroth. It means a lot to us.
Like, Tifa would definitely be like,
Come on.
attracted to him to some measure.
There? Thanks.
Say cheese. Sounds like you were having a good time. One more.
Yeah, I guess we were for a while.
It is really clever. This is the thing. It's like
reactor was halfway up Mount Nebo.
I do. The game is actually just really clever in the sense like Tifa's like really confused because she doesn't quite understand how like everything that happened, but she knows you're Zack. So like the whole time it's like she's kind of like just letting you go along with it, but she keeps kind of asking like, "Are you sure you're okay? Like, do you sure you remember it?" And then I think like Tifa's also like potentially going through some kind of strange like gaslighting on her end as well, where she's not like sure if maybe she's like remembering it right. And then like, do you know what I mean? So and then like even the part where you go to Gongoga and like you go to see Zack's parents. At no point does Tifa see a picture of Zack, or there's no point does Tifa actually ever see Zack. So there's no way for her to kind of like get that like understanding of like who he is. So all I think she kind of remembers is there's like this guy who just looked like Cloud, but like just had black hair, had exactly the same sword, exactly the same like hairstyle. And you're also able to just remember everything that kind of happened down to a T. So Tifa's like able to, yeah, I do remember there being a picture taken. I do remember like this dialogue that happened between, because that if you're like just one of the Shinra gods, they were always there as well, and that's what just made it really clever. So the whole time, basically, the reason like Cloud knew was because he was just one of the Shinra gods. He never made it to soldier. So he was just able to like, but it wasn't like almost his fault, because that's kind of what he finds out in the third game. Is like he actually does take Sephiroth out in Nibelheim. That doesn't get shown, I don't think, in this game. That'll get shown in the third game, I think. I mean that I might do that. I'm gonna probably do Nibelheim like next after this, because I actually might do that, because I think you do. I don't know. When does it actually show you when you like? No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. You don't find out about Cloud killing Sephiroth, I think, into the third one. So it won't be until, I don't think it's until you fall into like the live stream. I think it's when like you do that, and then like you and Tifa have like that episode where you're just like trying to like squash, like try and work out like what's happening here. And you go back into the reactor, and it's just like, and then Cloud's like, yeah, he's like having that like freak out. He's like, wait a second, how did I even get into Soldier? I don't even fucking remember doing an entrance exam. I don't even remember any of it. And then like Sephiroth goes, he's like, yes, that's right, Cloud. You are simply just a puppet. And it, yeah, so I think what happened was like, I don't remember if it like Zack was also injected with Genova cells. because I know Cloud has something. So because Cloud has Genova cells, he's like basically able to be like controlled by Sephiroth. But I think he's just got like more of a resistance to it. So Cloud's like different because he's effectively like learned how to like submit and just kind of like not have to like blindly. He's like he has. I think he somehow learned to get past that Marco poisoning. Because that was his biggest problem, was that all the black cape people were just like people who'd like got Marco poisoning, and like they were like Hojo's like experiments where he'd been testing, just injecting people with like Genova cells, and like some of them they were still like becoming like these like depleted like zombies. But Sephiroth has the ability to inhibit any one of those at any time, and Cloud was basically the same. Yeah. But the way like Cloud basically he gets controlled is if he loses his cool. So when Cloud starts to like not be unsure of himself, that's when like Sephiroth's able to like take over. So it's like there's always moments where he's just like kills Aerith. He tries to kill Aerith and stuff because he's like having like complex and stuff. But then by the time he gets into the third game, I think it's like shown that he's not like. There's that bit where Cloud is like they're like all floating in, so it's like it's just before you fight Bizarro Sephiroth, and there's like weird heart, and then like Sephiroth's there, and like all the characters like floating around. You keep like making them buzz, and you keep like doing like backflips, and they're all going, and they all go like, guys, quick! I can't be controlled anymore. We can do it. And it's like that's like him admitting like now Cloud's like he knows who he is. He's not a puppet anymore. He's no longer like Cloud pretending. He's like his own character now. But at the moment, Cloud's still like not sure. He's still kind of under the like guise of Sephiroth. But that's what I think Sephiroth was doing. He was like playing the game. He was doing the smart thing. He was doing the thing where it's like I told you. It's like, let's just say, yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Z is a good example of that. Hang on, is he in my crew? Oh, no. Dragon Ball Z.
But our reactor's the first of its kind. It really put Medieval on the map.
I've seen these reactors in my time, but none with such a breathtaking view. Who could tire of it?
Everyone, eventually.
Man, I wish I could go on trips all over the world like you guys.
Trips. I think you mean business trips, which are no fun at all.
Though you do learn stuff on them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, look again. This is like an allegory. It's like this is like her basically admitting women shouldn't go off. You don't want to go into the city. Women go into the city and just get like passed around like some kind of chew toy. They like it's like they become like Rachel from Friends. That's what like they don't want you to. That's what like the Goy want you to do. Sorry, the Jews want you to do. They want like all the like hot women to go to the cities, and they'll get given like these like nice cushy jobs, and then they'll probably just like suck off their Jewish like boss, and that's what the Jewish boss wants. And then he just knows he can use his like money to like make him do stuff. This is what happens. They're just meant to, women are just meant to stay in their town, and they're just meant to like you're meant to like just. Cloud's meant to be like the kind of boy who comes back from the city, and it's like she's still there. So Cloud wouldn't necessarily be like a soldier; he would just be like a someone who just works in the city. Say, oh my god, you get to go to like Denmark, and it's like, yeah, just on a business trip. It's not like something. He's like, wow, I based outside. And it's like, no, it really isn't.
Everything okay? Not going too fast for you, am I?
Of course not. We're just trying to pace ourselves is all.
But I thought you guys were in a hurry.
Even so, you'll burn yourself out running like that.
I'm not even close to burned out. Not with all the training I've had.
Huh. Guess you really are the best there is.
I love having like masculine women. I just say like masculine women are like so hot. Masculine women are so fucking hot as hell, man. Oh, there's bad dudes up there.
Seen those near the village, and they're not nice. What do you think?
I think I got this.
Then they're all yours.
Copy that.
OnlyFans the movie. Catch it, for it catches you. OnlyFans the movie.
That was awesome.
You think?
If this is how it's going to be, there doesn't seem much point in me fighting.
I guess not. You leave it all to me, huh?
Don't mind if I do.
OnlyFans the movie. How come I'm so powerful? OnlyFans the
That one
movie.
felt pretty good.
OnlyFans the movie.
Is that Mako?
I love Endball. I love Endball.
Because honestly, when I see this type of content, this is what I hear in my head. Please remove my rights. Please take away my right to vote. And please take away my right to own a bank account, okay? In fact, I yearn to be oppressed. What are we doing? What
Come
are
on,
we doing?
soldier. You can
Raising
do better than
little
that.
women.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like, because I think women tell themselves, oh, we just need to do the opposite of what Kay says. We need to actually unironically do what she's saying. So we do need to do everything she's saying. So remove bank accounts, because she's right. Women can't be trusted. Well done, Kay. Genius. Ooh, Sephiroth was like, Jesus, man, maybe I should worry about this dude.
Take it away.
Oh, you little cop. Roar.
Brace yourself.
Ooh, whammed him. Whammed his ass. Yes, Cloud loads.
Well done, Trooper.
Thank you.
I got the rest.
Cloud. It's so good. It is really good. Because it's like, you just think, like, why do they bother going so much effort? It makes sense. So go back into it and you go, oh my god. And you realise. Because that's why like Tifa's like really like weird. She's like, because this Cloud is like looks so similar. He's like wearing exactly the same stuff. He's got the same hair.
Shall we pick up the pace?
So she's like unsure of herself, but she's like pretty confident.
Guide might not be so lucky next time.
Then, how about I go on ahead and clear the way for you guys?
Because she's like, how the fuck does Cloud know all this? Otherwise,
You'd better.
Cool. See you at the reactor.
he's like, Jesus, where'd you get all that magic from? I was like, I'm just more powerful. Excuse me? I said I'm more powerful than you, sir. I love boop. And that's how I know Katie's boyfriend.
Yearn to be oppressed. What are we doing? What are we doing? Raising little women and not little feminists. Whatever that is meant to mean, yes. But being a woman and being a feminist are definitely mutually exclusive. What are we talking about? In fact, if anything, raising your children to be feminist women would actually be raising your kids to believe that men
Where'd you get that
are
magic from? That's like Hojo gave me. I thought Hojo was my dad. Well, I like it. And it's like, it's funny because like you could always just like say this could just be Cloud just being like really bad at just telling the story. He's just remembering really badly. Even TV's like, I don't remember you using Blizzard. It's like, yeah, I was definitely using like level 3 of Ice. Like you didn't use that when we even were in fucking Mitchell. So I just forgot. You forgot. Yeah, I was definitely using like Aero 3. And I was like, absolutely kicking those, and I was like doing all that air shit. You look, what's air shit? Yeah, look, remember those like flying up in the air and stuff? I don't remember. I mean, I do remember like there being someone who obviously liked it. The air shit. Yeah, look at this.
Piece of cake.
Busted his ass. Whammed it. Whammed it. That was like the band wham? Is that like the band wham? What are you?
It's a dead end. Rockslide took out the bridge a while ago. Come on back, okay?
Okay.
This is Cloud before we found out about it.
to them, and that we should have equal rights, and that all women across the world should also be free from oppression. Because, like I've said a million times before, I guarantee that these women who are anti-feminist are firstly misunderstanding what feminism is, okay? They've got this idea that feminism is hating on men and not wanting men to open doors for us, stuff like that, okay? Absolutely ludicrous, right? But also, they don't understand.
Good thing I reconsidered. Otherwise, you'd have let us straight off.
And that they might feel comfortable with the rights that they have with where they are in the world. There are loads of women who don't feel like they are safe, and in certain countries, women have less rights than animals, pretty much. So when I see these types of posts, all I think of is, you're ignorant and you live in your own little bubble. But yeah, let's raise our kids to think that men are superior. That's a really smart idea. And again, to all the people that genuinely believe that feminism is about hating men, I don't know what to tell you. You're just lost at that point, and I think you need to read a book.
Why would I be a feminist when I can just be feminine? Feminist ideology tries to convince women that relying on men is wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, relying on men is wrong. Just like men relying on women is wrong. Nobody should be relying on anybody because you're your own human being.
No. Just need to work together. Why can't we just work together? Why can't we just be OnlyFans a movie?
Feminists aren't saying that you can't rely on men for specific things. Like, in a relationship, for example, I feel like you do rely on...
Look how good that is. What is that? What is that? Screamer. Time to die, Screamer. Ooh. Fuck, Screamer. Several like this is the easiest I've ever done.
The reactor may have been around for a while, but there are still pockets of Mako gas all over the mountain. Try not to breathe it in if you can. Don't let it get knocked.
Oh, that was the spiciest burger. We needed you.
Mako gas levels reduced by 20%. Mako gas levels reduced by 70%. No Mako gas detected. Elevator access granted.
Sup? It's your boy, we needed you.
For a lot of things. Like, me and my partner will rely on each other for certain things, but I don't really think it's anything to do with gender at that point. This idea that feminism is basically saying that both genders don't have differences to them is ludicrous. We all know that men and women bring different things to the table. We understand that, but that's not what feminism is saying. Feminism is saying that we should not put all our eggs in one basket, specifically a man's basket. Just
Case is so scared of like, oh, I've got dum. It's okay, you could rule her own country. Okay, you can name it where you want. You're gonna want to go like Hello Gay World, like Dinnerland. I'll let you do whatever you want. All we gotta do is submit. I got the plan, okay? I'm like Blackbeard, I've actually got the plan. You don't want to be like Ace, okay? You remember what happened to Ace? Ace, like, it was propositioned. He was told, like, you can join like, me. He was like, no way, I think black people will be the king. And they died, not the king. And then you're gonna have the time skip, and it's gonna happen. It's like I'm like Blackbeard when he's like in drama and that's where I'm at. I'm kind of the people like the ideas out. Where'd you get that elixir from? If you try and drink that, I'll tell Hojo. Why are you always telling me about Hojo?
Then let me go first.
Hey, I'm the guide here.
What would be the safest way to do it? It'd just be to hold the rail, wouldn't it? That's the safest way to do it. Just hold the fucking rail. It's not that difficult. I wouldn't do what Tifa did though. Just hold the rail and then like just hug it really closely and you'll probably be good. So then at least if it snapped, worst case scenario, you could potentially like, yeah, you can just grab the edge of it and climb off it. Yeah. That's what I mean, so at least you can just like now climb off it. Like how convenient was that, by the way?
What are you?
Yeah, look, one of them dies. That could have been Cloud. Oh. So that could have been Cloud. That's what I mean, it's insane, isn't it? And we don't know if that guy dies, to be fair, but it still does, he's not gonna be, that has to have been Cloud, who didn't die, or get caught there. But it's an interesting, like, it does say, it's interesting. Because like, every person is pivotal. That's like...
He's in Fate's hands now. Do you know the way?
Yeah.
Hey, Beck, don't you think we should stop and launch an investigation? No, we got to do this.
We're not going to the village. Can you get us to the reactor?
Sorry, I don't think I can.
I see. Well, we certainly can't send you back alone. You'll be safer with us.
Okay.
I'll be joining you up front this time. For your performance review.
You kidding me?
Good luck.
Yeah, it's not Cloud, is it? Look how powerful that was. Wow. What is that? That is so good. Yeah, that's so good. That is, he has got a really good one. Hell's good. What's a force shooter? He's even got like more, look, he's got more MP than everyone. So I mean, it's cool as hell, isn't it? They could have so easily done it. They could have so easily have had like Sephiroth as a playable character. They just didn't want to do it. Look at that fucking sword at the size of it. Yeah, look how cool Sephiroth is, dude. Just fucking Chad at you, dude. He's like fucking Chad Michaels. Oh my god, it's almost been 2 hours. Well, I haven't done anything. Alright, this might have to... Come on. Would you play I love go. Yeah, look how much house that for his dude. I mean, no, but look, he's like, he doesn't even need to level his like weapon up. He's like so fucking hinged. Look how much that sword like just protrudes out. His sword is like so fucked. So he's like, that is a real sword. It was like, it was obviously two-handed. No one could wield it like him. It'd be two-handed, and the only reason that you could use it was because it'd be used with cavalry. So, like, you'd be really high off the ground, so you'd probably be... But Sephiroth is really tall, but still, you know. It's just holding out that, like... like Sephiroth. You'd have to be so, like, freak so strong. The people who could do it would be on like a horse, and they'd be like 8 feet off the ground. And they would use it like dual-handed, yeah, and you could just like, they could just fucking take out loads of people. Because that was the whole point, it was some super fuck-off, like, sharp, like, samurai sword, but it was just designed to be used on a horse. And you could just like cut down a bit, yeah.
Off you go.
It's all you.
You're in good.
Oh my god, let's see how much I stun them. Jesus shit, man. Oh my god. But this is what happens in the story, because you go into like the cave, yeah. And it's like, that's like where you fight the really hard enemies, and like you die. And it just uses like life deal with you, and you just realise how pitiful you are. Oh.
One basket, specifically
I
the
love
man's
it.
basket. Just like the trad wife conversation, putting your entire livelihood in a man is a poor idea. Just like a man putting his entire livelihood in a woman is also a bad idea. It's nothing to do with gender and everything to do with making smart, violent decisions. Nobody said this. You are just parroting your own idea of what feminism is, and it's a pointless argument because you don't even know what it means.
Convince women that relying on men is wrong. Bring down patriarchy.
Also, by the way, saying like we've tried to convince women that relying on men is wrong, she's referencing how these days a lot of feminists are basically saying, you know, it's okay to have certain roles in your household as long as you are not expected to do certain roles because of what is between your legs. For example, not telling a woman that she has to go to clean because she has to clean, and not telling a man that he has to go and work because he has to go. It's really that simple. Like, it's about doing what you actually want to do and not being influenced by these.
It's not. We don't need to do what we want to do. We want to do... No. We need to do what we have to do. That's what I'm telling you. It's not like... This is like the Jews are telling you. Don't just go out and do what you want to do. Because everyone just doesn't want to be a parent. Everyone's like default is not be a parent. Everyone just wants to like live hedonistically and just get like Uber Eats and just not have to like wake up early in the morning. But that's all the stuff that no one wants to do. Everyone's just gonna rather like slave in a stupid office job or like, I don't know. All the best people are doing that, and all the Indians are just like breeding, all the Muslims are breeding because they're trying to replace us. And they're gonna do it because this is what you've been told to do. So stupid. You're just gonna let them get away with it. You're just gonna let them just outbreed us. Just because you can't be bored with our children.
A Mako spring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
Except the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
Naturally formed materia. And look at the size of it. Astounding. For the Mako energy to condense into something like this, it must have taken an eternity.
I've always wondered, how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier? To put it simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
Hojo, from Research and Development. His predecessor was a great man, but him...
He's dead.
He is anything but. We should press on.
Gender roles that are being forced by these anti-feminists, because essentially what it boils down to is they believe that a woman's natural role is in the kitchen and men's natural role is to be a provider, and feminism is just about saying that's just a load of this is something we've been socialized to believe. You can do whatever you want to do, as long as you're doing it because you genuinely actually want to do that role in your household. And also when you do choose to do said role, for example, you choose to be a stay-at-home mother, you actually have a backup plan and you have money and you have savings and you have a career. It's a lot more nuanced than this. But let's just throw a man. I'm sure that's a really productive conversation.
But women actually benefit the most from this patriarchy. What?
Yeah, the patriarchy that results in men genuinely believing that they're so much more superior to women that they and murder women. You know.
What are you talking about? I don't know, man. Keys have gone whack, man. Just whack it. Give a dog a bone, bro. That's what Kay's worried. She thinks I'm gonna do like rape page. It's always like Kay's. I bet that she reads books up on about rape page.
The fight you want?
Time's eyes.
It's all you.
Doing good, pitiful.
Time's eyes. Ooh, fuck that brain. Fuck that brain. Sorry, Club. What was fuck that brain? What does it mean? Oh yeah, fuck the brain. Fuck the brain.
Believing that they're so much more superior to women that they and murder women, you know, all across the world. Yep, we really benefit from that, baby. Again, talking about the benefits of feminism always comes down to this conversation.
Mental, she's mental. She's absolutely mental.
Women benefit from the patriarchy because of things like OnlyFans and the porn industry. And a lot of people genuinely believe that the industry is a benefit to women, for example, because they make money off of their bodies.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's really nice.
So, again, it really just depends on how you look at things. If you want to look at things from a really warped and skewed perspective and try and find the benefits in really negative situations, then yeah, you could do that. Like, yes, you could say that there are top earners of OnlyFans, for example, therefore how can it be bad? But if you see things like that, then you're not actually engaging in a fair, constructive argument. You're just strawmanning. Essentially, there might be some genuine times where women might benefit from elements of the patriarchy. That doesn't make the patriarchy beneficial to women. It just means there's good in bad. Statement.
Let the men leave.
Oh, it's time for OnlyFans, baby.
Brian. Welcome to the private Chetland podcasting board.
I mean, it just means there's good in bad. What a ridiculous statement.
Let's let the men lead. Let's let the men go to war, do the tough jobs, work 80 hours a week.
Well, I mean, and again, it always goes back to this war conversation. I don't think any feminist really wants the men in their family and the men that they love and know to go off to war and get blown to pieces.
Whoa, Africa. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Come on, okay. It'll be really fun. Trust me. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. Do you want to be queen of Cameroon? I'll let you do it, queen. You can have as big a gem you want. How big a gem do you want your crown? Yes, you do it. You work. I'll let you be the queen of Cameroon. As in, like, your family, anyone you ever, I'll let you have it. That's what I mean. Well, almost definitely. Hell's good.
Come on.
Fucking piece of
Piece of cake.
I don't know if you said for love. What the fuck's wrong with you, dumb bird? I know it was a bird. What the fuck was that? If that wasn't a bird, what the fuck was that? I don't know. In the chat, I don't shut up. Dude, calm the fuck down. I didn't get sleep last night. That's not my problem, is it? Why is that my problem? I slept okay. It was too hot. Didn't you turn the aircon on? We had aircon? There was that little box next to you. That's what that was? Oh my god. That's what that was? Ooh, the kid that's Sephiroth is so fucking powerful. Killed the clothes on this way.
That one felt pretty good.
Cast the spell. He even managed to fuck one into the wall. What? Sorry, Claire. What did you say? Fucked one into the wall? What does that mean? Oh, he like fucking whammed him so hard. Like the bug just like splattered into the wall. Oh. What? Why'd you remember that so specifically? It was just again, it really benchmarked his power. Power? Well, yeah, I think power's fine. Is fine. Strength? Actually, can I see it like his power? I want to see his stats. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, he's just monstrously good. And like that's not even like conclude. Like if you could have I mean he's pretty much got like a fucking good what you call it, like cemetery.
Nobody wants that. Like, nobody is saying that they want that to happen. It always so weird.
And let the ladies get her nails done, learn to cook, learn to sew. There's no pride in being Miss Independent.
There is a lot of pride in being independent, actually. And it's very dangerous to push the idea that it's some sort of, like, toxic ideology to be independent. And honestly, it fits perfect with these trad vibes. It's this whole idea that you don't need to have a plan B. Rely on a man. That's totally normal. That's totally fine. That's totally a good thing to do when it's not a good thing to do. Because at the end of the day, when you put your whole livelihood and your whole trust in a human being, it doesn't matter whether it's man or woman, you're always going to put your life at risk because you've built a world around them. And there is very much pride in being independent and having a career and also being able to pick what you want to do. I don't really care if you want to have a job, you want to have children, you also want to stay at home and cook. It's not necessarily about women telling you that you can't do that. It's just saying that you should also have backup options, and men should not be telling women that that is their rightful place. And when women spread this nonsense online, they're just teaching other women that, again, feminism is this like cancerous plague, when in reality, it's to me, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. I mean, look at some of these people in the comment section. Yep, I agree. I tried to be a feminist and wound up getting sick and struggling. Only the men are. This is actually not true, by the way. I see this all the time with women who are anti-feminist.
Why do you want to do this one?
Also, gas levels reduced by 20%. Moscow gas levels reduced by 70%. Elevator access granted.
Is claiming that, oh, women aren't equipped to endure high stress environments. They literally are. Women are perfectly equipped to endure high stress. Like, yeah, you might not want to do that, that's fair enough, but acting like we are not capable working under pressure is ridiculous. As if, by the way, if you were a stay-at-home mom, for example, with multiple children doing the house chores, cooking for your husband and keeping up
I love OnlyFans.
It's extremely high stress. Like, but women can stay at home and relax looking after children, doing the house chores, and
Javing with your kids is a blessing. You're such a cock. You like it literally. You failed. I don't know what your problem is. You've given it. We let your granddad died so he could like give you this, and like we don't spat in his head. You gave it this all out so you could just like live. You can touch my penis. You can suck my dick and balls. You'll see. This might be the end, actually. I don't know, I'll end the stream off the first fight. But this is a good fight. You can touch my dick and penis.
Wait.
Zero keeper.
What?
Get back. You said you wanted to be a hero.
Wish I hadn't.
recycled material.
Cleaning. Oh, that's definitely not high stress. Like, it's so backwards.
Important for everyone, man and woman, to be able to be independent and take care of themselves. But you don't win a trophy because you didn't rely on a man.
You don't win a trophy because you
Someone should tell me
no women or no feminists to say you win trophies for not relying on a man.
No. It's like no. It's not even that case. It's more like, why do you want to not work with your man? This is what we don't understand. Why not? I love her. I love
Try to make sure you
This is gonna get worse.
It's smart to not rely on a man because having independence as a human being is very, very important, especially when it just comes to like your own economy. If you rely on a man fully, like you don't have a full life. If you want to leave, you can't because you have no money. If you want to leave, you can't because you don't have a job. Like that's all it is. I feel like I'm getting rage baited. Like I swear to God, these types of videos are like rage bait.
The feminist ideology is the opposite of femininity. The happiest women I know are in relationships with men, and the most bitter people I know are.
Till we knock it down.
Good thing I don't just fight with a sword.
Quick Cloud, pound his ass.
I got this.
Pound his ass. Use them all. Ooh, that's gonna stick.
Oh, well, I don't know where that leaves me then. I would argue that I'm relatively...
Such a puppy.
Such a puppy.
Don't like the looks of this.
Stay alert.
Whoa, is it trying? Ah, do you have a time in the game? Ah! And then I even had to like resurrect Sephiroth. You resurrect Sephiroth? Yeah, it happened. I mean, I don't remember. I wasn't there, so I guess Cloud's telling the truth. And then I even used a summon when I was with Sephiroth. You used a summon as well. Yeah.
Damn it! Not again.
So again, we didn't meet you. When we met you in Midgard, you didn't even have access to this stuff. But yet, you somehow have the ability to now use... Always happens, man. What is that? What? Please tell me what that goo is. Music's metal. Ooh, wanked it. Come on, Cloud. I love come.
Got ya.
Take it from here. Nice work.
Okay, hold up. Maybe I'm missing something here, but everything you've said makes Sephiroth sound like a stand-up guy.
Well, he was.
And now he's pure evil, trying to kill everyone on the planet. Help me to understand this shit. Tell me something that'll really make my blood boil.
Oh, I will. I will.
Ja, det ser du.
You wait out here, Tifa.
No way! I want to go too. Please?
Sorry, no civilians. Even if we weren't on a mission.
Come on!
Keep the young lady safe.
Carry on.
Ugh! You better keep me safe.